Hello, my name is Brandon, and welcome to Retro Reactions, a place where I experience amazing music from the 70s, 80s, and 90s for the very first time. And today we're going to be traveling all the way back to 1976 to listen to A Trick of the Tail by Genesis. I already read a quick description of the song, and I really like the mystical and magical qualities in the storyline here, so let's see what the music's all about.
Bored of the life in the city of gold, he'd left to let nobody know. Gone were the towers he had known from a child, along with the dream of a life. He traveled the wide open road, the blinkered arcade, in search of another to share in his life. Nowhere, everyone looked so strange to him. They got no horns and they got no tail. They don't even know of our existence. Am I wrong to believe in the city of gold that lies in the distance? They cried and wept as they led him away to a cage. Beasts that can talk read the sign. The creatures they pushed and they prodded his frame and questioned his story again. But soon they grew bored of their prey, the beast that can talk, more like a freak or publicity stunt. Oh, 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 no. They got no horns and they got no tail. They don't even know of our existence. Am I wrong to believe in the city of gold that lies in the distance? He cried and broke down the door of the cage and bugs drawn out. Grabbed the creature by the scruff of his neck, pointing out. There beyond the bounds of your
Ooh, nice change up there. Alright, is it just me or am I getting a lot of 60s influence, 60s sound in the music here? Possibly Beatles influence. What do you guys think? I know you're going to let me know. Liking the whole feel of the song, I love the tempo, the bouncy feel, dun, 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 dun. And that's definitely one impactful way that a fairy tale song should sound, so really appreciate the feel of it all. Mostly happy, but a bit sad with that music, Always a bit of sadness. I know this is a sad tale, at least for the first part of the song, the creature being captured. So I don't know, really interesting, very different though. This is probably one of the more pop sounding earlier Genesis songs that I've heard. Obviously into the 80s they get much more pop sounding, and this one's different, definitely different from the rest of the album, kind of different for Genesis in a way. Like I said, reminding me of their later works. I love in the beginning how the piano melodic line was kind of following Phil's vocal melodic line, kind of parallel to each other. That was really interesting, very impactful. And the backing vocals on the later sections there. I read that it was Tony, but I was trying to decipher. They were kind of distant and they were on the left and right. So was the left one Tony and the right one Phil, or is it not true that Tony was doing backup? I know he sings, so really interested to hear about that. You guys can let me know for the ones who know. Anyway, enjoying this one. Let's see what else it has to offer.
scruff of his neck, pointing out. There beyond the bounds of your weak imagination lie the noble towers of my city, bright and gold. Let me take you there, show you a living story. Let me show you So we set out with the beast and his horns and his crazy description of home. After many days' journey we came to a peak where the beast gazed abroad and cried out. We followed his gaze and we thought that maybe we saw a spire of gold, no trick of the eye. That's all, but the beast was gone and the voice was heard. They got no horns and they got no tail. We don't really know of our distance. Am I wrong to believe in the city of gold that lies in the distance? Welcome home.
Wow. Really interesting and different song, like I said earlier. I don't know, Beach Boys feel? Anyone? I mean, I barely know anything about the Beach Boys music other than the big hits I heard, but maybe it was just the bouncy tempo that kind of reminded me of them. But if anyone thinks that's true, let me know. If not, let me know, I guess. But definitely 60s, something 60s here. I feel that influence. The storyline is obviously, very descriptive. And I think that's what the music is, very descriptive music, if that makes sense. It's telling its story in a very interesting and very descriptive, powerful way, magical way in some parts and different. And that's probably why the song hit different, because the whole thing is kind of like a fantasy tale. I think that's how it's presented musically. Again, I love the smooth backing vocals, whoever was singing, whether it's Phil, Tony, or both of them. I also love how there was 3 different vocal melodic lines being sung at the same time, one on the left, one in the center, I believe, and one on the right. I always find that so interesting because your brain kind of doesn't know where to go and which singer to listen to, which words to listen to, which melody to listen to. And it's just going on simultaneously, and it usually complements each other and contrasts each other at the same time, if that makes sense. And of course, beautiful ending section with all those good synths going on. I called it a synth showcase. They were all light, bouncy, and very mystical sounding. And again, telling a story with the synths, ending the song with those synths. Really love that section. Obviously not a surprise to many of you who know that I adore keyboards and synths. So anyway, I'm going to check out the lyrics now. I will be right back, see what the full story's about. Okay, so I see this was based on a book, so I'm going to take the lyrics literally as to, what they're stating, and nothing as far as metaphors or anything. So here we have a mystical creature who's lonely and bored. He leaves his city of gold in search of something more. He meets the human race, and ultimately, and not surprisingly, they capture him. Eventually, he breaks out and convinces the humans to let him lead them to his city. And before they can find the city, when they think they're on the verge of discovery maybe, the beast suddenly vanishes cunningly and they're left with nothing. So, interesting little tale there. My main question I got was the city real, or was the beast a victim of loneliness, isolation, and therefore delusion? Did he make up this city and really had nothing in his life, came from nothing, and was in search of something, which is why he found these humans? Who knows? That's an open-ended part, but really interesting mythical tale, and kind of like Squonk, It's another mythical tale here, and I love how they added those in this album. Just made the whole brilliant musical side of the album even more impactful with such interesting lyrical concepts. So, wow. All 4 gentlemen here played exceptionally well as always, but when I read the personnel list, I found it interesting how many different instruments Phil played, if this is correct. It says drums, temple blocks, bell tree, tambourine, and sleigh bells. I actually missed most of that. I think I heard the blocks, some kind of wooden blocks going on, but in editing I have to listen more carefully to hear all those amazing instruments because again, they don't use those in much rock songs, and I really want to hear that and see how they stand out as well. Again, fitting of a magical song like this. So really, really interesting. Kind of on the fence on this one, but really, really enjoyed it. Enjoyed the magical, mystical quality, all the great instrumentation, the lyrical concepts. For now, I'm going to rate it 4 golden records. Yes, and don't forget, that's an A-, an almost perfect song. 4. A Trick of the Tail from the album A Trick of the Tail by Genesis, 1976. Thank you guys for an amazing song. All right, thank you so much for watching, especially if you made it here till the end. Really appreciate your support. Don't forget, as always, to subscribe, like, and comment down below if you wish to chat about this song, this album, or anything Genesis. Would really love to engage with you, or simply to help my channel grow. Appreciate that. Anyway, you take care, stay safe, stay hydrated, and remember to let peace, calm, and light into your day and night. And I'll see you next time in the past.